But this was also done by Nishanta. There's a problem there. I couldn't walk through there without having to get away. He cut off the roof edge, which is good. He's going to cut off that edge there. That edge there. He's going to cut it off, round it off so that nobody gets a sharp edge in their face. And then I might as well. Why didn't you come early? Why didn't you come early? I had food for you. Why didn't you come early? I feel sorry for her because she's obviously with little puppies. And I had kept her some food, and then the other girl came and she ate it all off. And this is Chandiran's dog. She's a very good watchdog. Now she's got a baby and she's obviously very thin. I mean, I can't take on the whole of society, you know. I mean, I've got bloody levels of compassion which are really killing me, destroying me, my compassion. Oh well. So you can see how our water little thing is, and our ulpat thing. You know, these shoes are very good, but they're slippery. They don't have bottoms to it. Let's see how our water situation is here. The ulpat. Oh, full to the brim. Probably. You can see that these people are they're so vicious sometimes. These people, they can be, so they might disconnect my water supply. Ah well, I can cope with it. I seem to cope with everything. Only I can't cope with their husbands. There's always one destroying factor, you know. A bit of humor here. If I didn't have a sense of humor, I would probably cry. The bed has been polished. That is a cheaper bed than the ones downstairs, which cost about 11,000-12,000 rupees. It's only 7,000 rupees, but it's a 6-foot bed. And both of course were polished. 4 liters of the polish, and now they've got to take the drips off the wood. You see, the money was all taken for these. The trouble is, if you go by the astrological reading which says trust no one, you can trust no one in Kandy, at least not the workmen. Now, the lock that I bought from the BMI Building Materials Corporation, BMC, one lock was defective, so I can either take it back to Colombo, which I have to do, or I can get it changed in Kandy. Now, Prasanna's work is invariably very good, and he is honorable. We had to make some minor adjustments because that side door is about 2 inches larger than these 4 doors, but it still looks the same. Sort of like, you know, we've got to work with issues here, but you can open it at 3 points. One is here, and then you can close it with a padlock, and the doors will come on the inside. I don't know whether I should really forget about the doors at the moment and get the floors done. Now, I'm knocking off all the lights. There's 7 lights left on in this property, and of course they don't give a darn about the bill. So 1 light outside there, this door is finished. 1 light outside here. At least I won't be using paint in this place for the rest of my life. Now, just forgotten to put the two. They've forgotten to put the pattern on these doors, and he has got to finish that one section up. I mean, don't. That's not a side. because I was climbing over those rocks and see, sometimes the work is sort of like I might have to do it myself. Cement and chips, break it myself and do the edges. You see, people are really, these workmen are not really careful with their finishes. But that's a nice column that was done there. I did pay for it, both sides. But to do those using finished, unfinished businesses, I told, I feel better after the Nux Vomica. It's a sense of assurance that there is nothing wrong. Pray to God, of course, all the time with evil around you. This was done. This was done. 3 columns. This is what I mean about workmen not following your instructions, but the water will always pool there. There's no particular problem with mosquitoes in Candy. At least I didn't see it. Now there's a crack on that edge tile sheet, and I don't know how we're going to fix asbestos, but I'll show him that and get it fixed. Otherwise what's going to happen is that water is going to fall onto the timber. Must get the words for this. The timber on which the gutters are fixed, and then that will make that wood perish. So now this little doggy is always my friend. He comes and greets me, Little guy, my girl I call her, comes and greets me in the morning as if she's not seen me for the whole year. Right. Well, that's going to be the entrance of the road. I told you so that you can bring your drinks and your chairs if you're having a party, or I've suggested to Mr. Himalal Ranamaka, who is one of the most brilliant chefs that I know. Colombo's food is very tasty. Catering, that you can maybe have him come up here and have a party, a private party. Now, let's see whether our Taba music works. Those are all locked off downstairs. Take the fat key for this. See, there's a fat key and a thin key. Now, that's my room. I've got all these spare keys here. I don't want to lose them. Now, let's see whether this works. Do you want to hear what a bowl polo is like? That means a bowl polo means that the chip, the top surface has not been. See, now that is a bowl polo. See, there's already a crack through it. Just hit it a bit further, the crack gets even wider. That's all bowl polo. The whole thing has to actually come off. The entire area has to come off, and this would be a good flow. See, there are areas where this is Suresh's work, of course, but this is a bowl follower. And when you hit it, you can see the lines. You can see the lines spreading through it. You see, I had the same problem even with what's it called? There was a guy called Vela Ratna, who did my terrazzo floors in Colombo, in the kitchen, and he had the same. Mr. Prasanna's invention for me, a set of stairs to climb upstairs and look at my own water tanks without having a man's interference in my life. That's what women who are totally independent do. You know what they do? Is they try to find means and methods of overcoming the problem of having men in their lives. I mean, I do like men, I appreciate them, I appreciate the intelligence, but I just don't want to have anything personal to do with them, that's all. Is that too much to ask? I'm supposed to get intelligent people like this, but it's a very good it's construction. That's Prasanna's son is doing it, and Prasanna is up there. He's a good man. The only decent man I've come across in this entire 2 years of construction, the only person who has kept his word. Rates are reasonable. I should introduce you, I'll give you his number. That's him. Prasanna doing the steps. Independent woman. Goes up this way, and you turn the corner there, and goes up there. That's Prasanna's son, and that's Prasanna up there creating his masterpiece. What do you think? On a Sunday, praise the Lord, and I'm creating my Ulpat water system here. The pipe goes there, the Ulpat is at the back there, it's spilling out water at the back there. That's okay, it's going to the ground and it's giving all the other people. What I've done is I put a foot valve on that end there. I put a foot valve. And now I'm connecting it here. I'm connecting all this way here. Now I'm going to put a T and basically fix this with a bend onto that motor there. And then I get water from my Ulpat, and I don't have to wait for the Rajapaksas to come in and say, Chandiran, give the people their water. I'm getting sick of it actually. But looking for the day. And the carpenter is doing the needful there with all his doors, and Saturday is supposed to be a day of rest, but it's also the most effective day. Anything done with God's blessings, which is all good. Especially since the week you've got no work and you're just sitting around twiddling your thumbs and avoiding bloody phone calls from marauding bloody police officers who want to have a friendship with a bloody old woman who's 62 years old. I wonder what the devil there is it in for them. Probably the money. Assholes. Never try to avoid a dicey situation even though you know you're right with a police officer, because they will get either a bribe or they will give you a ticket, and it's better to get the ticket and go and pay it than to have them calling you 15 times in number because he was trying to come and meet me. So this is the Ulpat water that is filling into a barrel which has been cleaned, and then obviously the bottom of the barrel has got all the sand because this water comes from a natural spring. Now what I did was I fitted a foot valve on this pipe and pumped until it came to the motor. Now, as you notice, there is a good supply of water from the stream here. And we are calculating it. We started the motor at 142 and we want to see how long it takes to empty this, getting fresh water into the tank. God-given water, and nobody can charge you for this. I'm straight from the reserve is the reserve. Anybody's entitled to get water from the reserve for praying and hoping that I would have a fresh water supply at the back of my property. And that's my property over there. It is about maybe 200 feet from here. And the servant bathroom is over there. And the stream water is not affected at all by it. And I'm not pinching it all. There are a couple of pipes, as you notice, those pipes go down there. Can you see? Those pipes are being fed to the other estate holders. But I don't have to wait for the Rajapaksas to come in and tell Chandiran, okay, give these people water. I mean, what madness is this? Like bloody Rajapaksas. I think the government Rajapaksas are far more generous. With rice packets before elections. It's 200 liters of water. It has been spilling out into the ground. It doesn't matter. It goes off and feeds the rest of the populace. I'll tell you how long it takes, okay? Time now is, we've had actually from 1:43, it's now 7 minutes of water. What you do is, you test the depth of the water because you don't want to have your foot valve striking the bottom of the tank, see? So now basically I've put about, what I say, God's decision, like the rocks that I planted on the to see how much of water is left in this tank, right? Okay. This is actually Angie's bed from Colombo, and the iron bed was a swap from my friend Grant. That's how long I've known him, 23 years. Grant, Michelle, my friend. He swapped this bed for the top.
That's how it works. And I've got it from Australia, so it's all ready for Angelique or for Chrisette for the ones that have parked themselves here. Bravo. All done today, Sunday. The blessings of God. Thank you very much. I tied it up a bit. Not totally tidy, but anyway, just enough.